Is it time to buy or sell Google stock? In this video, we will explore Google in depth. Our initial report was published on our website on Tuesday, the 8th of July, 2025, and now we are here to provide you with a more comprehensive analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analyses. You don't want to miss any important updates that could affect your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Harness the power of AI and receive free price predictions and in-depth analysis for any one of 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is intended for informational purposes only and should not be viewed as financial advice. Since the 25th of June, 2025, our system has categorized Google as a hold accumulate, resulting in a score of negative 0.86. Now, let's examine the stock's performance during this time frame. The stock has shown natural fluctuations with an increase of 2.16%. This amounts to an average return of 0.24% per day since it was designated as hold accumulate. The stock is positioned in the midst of a strong upward trend in the short term, indicating that further increases within this trend are likely. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential change of approximately 16% over the next 3 months, with expected returns ranging from 12% to nearly 20%. Analyzing the longer term, our 12-month outlook indicates a projected change of negative 0.184%. According to our calculations, the stock's performance could fluctuate between negative 17.22% and 18.05% over the next year. In practical terms, this would mean the future price might fall somewhere between $144 and $105. Our latest daily update for Google includes the headline, Evaluation of Google stock downgraded after the last trading session. The Google stock price decreased by 1.37% during the last trading day, which was Tuesday, the 8th of July, 2025, dropping from $176.79 to $174.36. During that trading day, the stock experienced fluctuations of 2.97%. With a low of $172.81 and a high of $177.95. The price has increased in 6 out of the last 10 days, rising by 5.55% over the past 2 weeks. On the last day, trading volume rose by 5 million shares, but this increase came alongside declining prices, which may serve as an early warning signal, suggesting a slight increase in risk over the coming days. In total, 39 million shares were exchanged, totaling approximately $6.76 billion. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest stock price reached was $207.05, while the lowest was $140.53. Currently, the price stands at 15.79%, or $32.69, below the 52-week high, and 84.58%, or $956.29, below the all-time high recorded on January 15, 2018, when the price peaked at $1,130.65. As we dive into today's updates on Alphabet Inc., better known by its ticker Google, optimism surrounds the company as we enter the earnings season. Google is gaining traction in the competitive search and cloud markets, propelled by advancements in artificial intelligence, even amidst challenging macroeconomic conditions. This could serve as a catalyst for short-term stock price increases, as enhanced capabilities in these areas often lead to improved performance and investor confidence. Analysts have recently demonstrated a bullish sentiment on Google, highlighted by increased attention from new analysts on platforms like Seeking Alpha. Their insights could signal strong endorsements as they identify Google among key investment opportunities, which often translates to increased trading activity and potentially higher stock valuations in the near term. However, challenges loom in the form of an antitrust complaint from the European Union regarding Google AI overviews. The concerns raised by independent publishers about AI-generated content cluttering search results create both regulatory risks and market uncertainties, which could dampen investor enthusiasm in the long run. Overall, while Google appears poised for short-term gains driven by innovation and analyst endorsements, foundational concerns surrounding regulatory pressures may necessitate a cautious approach for long-term investors. As always, monitoring how these elements evolve will be crucial for understanding their impact on stock performance. Analyst ratings. On Tuesday, the 8th of July, 2025, it was reported that Roth Capital assigned a buy rating to Google, accompanied by a hold action. On Friday, the 27th of June, 2025, it was reported that Citigroup assigned an outperform rating to Google, alongside an upgrade action. On Tuesday, the 24th of June, 2025, it was reported that Citigroup gave Google a buy rating with a hold action. On Wednesday, the 21st of May, 2025, it was reported that Morgan Stanley assigned an overweight rating to Google with a hold action. On Friday, the 25th of April, 2025, it was reported that Bernstein assigned a market perform rating to Google, accompanied by a hold action. Analysts have assigned Google stock a general buy rating. They classify the price-to-earnings ratio as a sell and the price-to-book ratio as a strong sell. Regarding return on investment, analysts have rated the stock as a strong buy. The following signals have been identified for Google. The Google stock presents a sell signal from the short-term moving average. However, there is also a buy signal from the long-term average. Since the short-term average is above the long-term average, this results in a general buy signal for the stock, indicating a positive outlook. Should the stock continue to rise, it will encounter resistance from the short-term moving average at approximately $177.09. Conversely, if the stock declines, it will find some support from the long-term average at approximately $172.27. A breakout above the short-term average will trigger a buy signal, while a breakdown below the long-term average will generate a sell signal. Additionally, some negative signals have emerged that could impact short-term developments. A sell signal was triggered from a pivot top point on Thursday, July 3, 2025, and the stock has since decreased by 2.72%. Further decline is anticipated until a new bottom pivot is established. Moreover, there is currently a sell signal from the 3-month Moving Average Convergence Divergence, or MACD. Volume increased alongside falling prices yesterday, which may serve as an early warning, suggesting that the stock should be monitored more closely. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving Average Convergence Divergence, sell signal. Pivots, sell signal 3 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal 19 days ago. Short-term moving average, sell signal 3 days ago. Long-term moving average, buy signal 10 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages indicates a buy signal 48 days ago. If we look at the 12-month chart, we see short moving average, sell signal 2 days ago. The long-term moving average, buy signal 10 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages indicates a buy signal 18 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you want to find more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for Google. Google finds support from accumulated volume at $170.87. This level may present a buying opportunity as an upward reaction can be anticipated when the support is tested. Typically, this stock is traded at a strong volume, and with minor daily fluctuations, the risk is deemed low. Over the past day, the stock fluctuated by $5.14, or 2.97%, between its highest and lowest points. In the last week, the stock exhibited an average daily volatility of 2.03%. Before we dive into the possible good trading levels for Google, let's quickly cover some essential fundamental data. First, the price-to-earnings ratio, or PE ratio. This crucial ratio measures a company's current share price relative to its per-share earnings. A relatively low PE ratio could signal a low expectation for the future of the company, or that the stock is undervalued, indicating a potential buying opportunity. In other news, the next earnings report for the third quarter of 2025 is expected on the 22nd of July, 2025. Analysts' consensus estimates are at $2.12. Keep an eye on these numbers, as they can greatly impact stock prices. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for Google. In case of an upward trend, the first resistance level for Google is at $176.23. If you don't own any shares, you may want to wait for this level to be breached before entering a position. For those already holding the stock, this could be a level to consider for swing trading. On the downside, Google encounters its first support level at $170.87. If this support level holds, it could be a good entry point, anticipating a rebound. The combined average rating for Google from various analyst sources is buy. Now let's examine some recent insider trades. On the 2nd of July, 2025, Pichai Sundar sold 4,546 shares of Class C capital stock. On the 2nd of July, 2025, Pichai Sundar sold 7,900 shares of Class C capital stock. On the 2nd of July, 2025, Pichai Sundar sold 9,102 shares of Class C capital stock. On the 2nd of July, 2025, Pichai Sundar sold 10,952 shares of Class C capital stock. On the 30th of June, 2025, Francis Arnold sold 121 shares of Class C capital stock. Analyzing the 100 most recent insider trades, we found the insider power to be negative, with a ratio of negative 49.864. In total, insiders purchased 116,663 shares and sold 355,127 shares in the last 100 trades. Our recommended stop loss is set at $167.32, representing a decrease of 4.04%. This stock exhibits low daily movements, which indicates a lower risk. Recently, a sell signal was triggered from a pivot top identified 2 days ago. Is Google stock a good buy? Google exhibits several negative indicators which typically suggest a sell recommendation. However, given the potential for a turnaround, it may be prudent to consider it as a hold or accumulate in the current position while monitoring for further developments. Due to some minor weaknesses in the technical analysis, we have revised our evaluation of this stock from a buy to a hold or accumulate recommendation since our last assessment. After examining the volatility and movements from the previous trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is undervalued. For trading on Wednesday, the 9th of July, we anticipate that Google will open higher by approximately 68 cents and begin trading at $175.04. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money and that you should consult a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. Your investment decisions should not be based solely on StockInvest.us. By using this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current view of the stock. Do you agree or disagree? Share your thoughts in the comments below. What is your target for the stock? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day from all of us here at StockInvest.